All right, let's try this again. This is a little bit better, I think. I don't know. I think it was Oculus. I don't know. Xplane did some weird things there, and then Oculus just up and wouldn't let me go back into the home screen thing. So I don't know. Hopefully this will be a little bit better. It's still a little, I don't know, still a little shaky. But let's see what we get. So, oops, and now I've screwed that up. Let's pop that over there. All right. All right, so trying it again. Just got to get this window kind of where I can see it. I'll just kind of put it here. All right, let's just get it started up like we had it before, and see if we can do better this time and not actually just crash or have xplane freak out like that. All right. So, fuel pump on, mixture rich, 2, 3, off, beacon light on, clear prop, and start it up. All right, it's good. It's good. Much better. Look at our headset. All right. I think that window keeps losing focus for some reason. I'm not sure why. It should stay right there. All right. Cool. Well, everybody probably abandoned the chat anyway after the last debacle, but that's all right. Totally understand that. All right. Go on RDU to Kilo Mike. That's not right. Yankee. All right, it's too hard to spin the knob that way. We'll go back this way. Oops, come on. There we go. Myrtle Beach, direct. I've become a north up guy. I used to be a track up guy, but now I'm more of a north up kind of person. All right. So that all looks good. Altimeter at Raleigh is 299.3 last time I checked. Yep, 299.3. Or at Raleigh. Cool. All right. 299.3 on the altimeter. And let's pull up our chart. Winds are calm, so we can pick. It's good. just take 2-3 left. And let's pull up Myrtle Beach too. Cool. And we'll check the winds once we get closer. And the weather. But for now, let's get out of here. All right. Oh yeah, it's much better. It's still not great, but better than it was. 30 FPS, that'll work. I mean, it's not great. I need to tune all this, but it's better than when it crashed. All right. Just going to taxi out to 2-3 left. I'm talking kind of quietly because I think my daughter's about to go to bed, but we should be all right. Still choppy. I wonder, I'm going to try one thing here. You know what happens if I set clouds to let's take a look at these settings real quick. We put that to medium. Rendering distance high. We set that to medium also. That should be fine. That's fine. This is how I had it set yesterday. That's all fine. Let's do that. Uh-oh. All right, let's see. It's just reloading. Nothing to see here. Come on. I'm back. Let's see if that does anything for FPS. Maybe a little. No, not really. That didn't do anything. It may have made it worse. Alright, we're just going to take off here. 2-3 left. Raleigh traffic air 002 Romeo departing 2-3 left. Let's see. Much smoother. Gauges are green. Airspeed's alive. Oof, stay on the center line. There we go. 65. Let's rotate. Pops right off. Positive rate of climb. You're up. That's a lot better. Yeah, I don't know. It's better than it was before, but it's not great. Let's trim. No, we didn't put that on GPS mode. Whoops. Alright, we'll climb up, hand flight to 5,000, and then put the autopilot on. Take a look at the scenery. Stock X-plane scenery, a lot of trees. Maybe that's what's causing all the issues. There's a lot of trees here. Is it the vegetation density? That could be. Let's bring the prop back a little bit. Get on our course here. Just using the HSI. At this point, we can, I think, pre-select nav. No, autopilot, nav. Should couple here. I'm gonna try vertical speed mode again. See if it'll hold 700 feet per minute up. Whoop, big stutter. Let's see what we get here. Now this is much better. That's our fuel. Alright, let's run the... We're off the left tank right now. Alright, well, that's better. I don't know, what do you guys think? I thought I liked the default autogen before, but I don't know. Now I kind of miss ortho. Hang on 1 second here. Let's see something. Yeah, auto. Yeah, this is all the way it's supposed to be set. It's a lot smoother. 30 FPS, that'll do. Not ideal, but at least it didn't freak out with all those weird colors and just kind of die. And we can lean a little bit here in the climb too. Fuel pump landing like come off. That's tough. Probably shouldn't have tried to schedule the stream. I think it's better to just do it on impromptu. Keeping in mind too, this airplane isn't, I mean, this is an X-plane 11 airplane, so I don't know, this may be what you get when you try to pull in a X-plane 11 airplane into 12. So I mean, this is a great airplane for 11, trust me. On instrument proficiency in this thing, not currency or anything that counts, you know, legally, but definitely use it for practice. There we go. Not bad. Lake shorelines are kind of interesting. I mean, it's got a beach all the way around it. I guess that's, I don't know how realistic that is, but it's not about the scenery. There's 45, we're going up to 5. Pretty quick flight. Some weird cloud effects out there too, I don't know. Hey, Sean, yeah, it is much better now. There's 5,000, level off, put the manifold pressure back to 24. Prop back to 24. Whoop. Now let's lean this out. Actually, it's leaned out pretty good, 10 gallons an hour. And the cruise checks, fuel pump landing light off, we're good. Yeah, it's working better now. I don't know what the heck that was. FPS is around 30, which is it's acceptable. I'm wondering if, you know, the reason aircraft are kind of being modified for 12 is they need to, maybe they're just, the textures are not the right ones for 12 or something. That may be causing some of these issues with the FPS. I mean, this aircraft usually gets really good FPS in 11, so I don't know. May have been too ambitious trying to take this. Clouds are kind of, yeah. Let's try this. Let's try to up the cloud quality real quick. Hold up. Let's do this. Let's put that back on max. Let's see what we get. Not sure if that's going to make much of a difference. That's the same. But yeah, it's better in terms of smoothness. It's not, I mean, it's not completely stuttering out on me. It's still kind of some micro stutters that aren't there in X-Plane 11, that's for sure. With this airplane. But again, I don't know, maybe just this isn't optimized for use with 12. But you can see the ground, just the stock autogen. I mean, it's not bad. I think it's better than 11. Certainly not MSFS for, you know, VR, GA flying. I mean, I think Flight Simulator might be better. Everything else looks pretty good. I mean, aside from the jitteriness that I'm seeing up here. But that, again, I don't know. It's probably just me not tuning the settings yet. I think when I first got VR and X-Plane 11, it took me like a couple weeks to finally tune it, you know, correctly. Same with when I was in, you know, got Flight Simulator. It took a couple of weeks to get it dialed in, and this is day 2. So hopefully this will get better by me, you know, tweaking the rig, and then also hopefully we'll get some updates. We should get some regular updates as you know, reports come in to Laminar. But yeah, not bad, not awful. I mean, it's pretty easy flight. I mean, it's basically direct to Myrtle Beach, so nothing terribly exciting. Just sort of a test, to be honest with you, just to see the just to see how a low and slow flight goes in X-Plane 12. It's not, again, not bad. Not the same immersion as Microsoft Flight Simulator, though, for sure, as it sits right now. But it'll get better. So what about you? Did you download, Sean? Did you get X-Plane 12 yet? And if so, you trying it in VR? Oops, sorry. Gotta put something down. Actually put my head outside of the window. Let's get... Oops. Some data fields on here. Let's see how many track miles we have to run. There we go. At 110 miles, that's not very far. Pretty quick flight. This is a good mission for an Arrow. Got a buddy with a Bonanza that flies out of Raleigh in a flying club, and he makes this trip all the time. Usually with a bunch of golf clubs in the back. Let me check what the winds are doing. Myrtle. 230 at 5. 29 or 9 or 5. So we'll go 1.8. We'll just do kind of a, we'll do a right, kind of a long right base for 1.8. 29 or 9 or 5 is the altimeter setting. Need it this big. Come on. Where's the handle? There it is. None of this is officially supported for xplane 12, by the way. Oh, I didn't know I could get the notes page up there. How do I... No, I can do it right there. I don't need this thing up here. Let's get rid of that. Two 9er, 5, and then let's say the winds were 230 at 5, and the sky's clear. Two 230 at 5. It's supposed to be a 5. Cool. So yeah, that's just kind of an easy setup for a right base 1.8. JB Gaming, yo, what's up? How's your channel doing, man? Yeah, thanks, man. I don't know, after the first attempt on this stream, I'm surprised I didn't lose a few, but doesn't matter. Yeah, I deserve every thumbs down and person bailing for what happened 20 minutes ago. But I mean, this is all experimental. So, I mean, the stream didn't crash. Basically, xplane and or Oculus decided to just choke, and I just had to kill the stream. It was nasty. I mean, it was actually making me dizzy up here. Not sick, but just kind of, I don't know. Trading Pilot, what's up, man? You just downloaded it. Good for you. Yeah, it definitely looks better in person than in a stream, especially in VR. You can't replicate it, man. That's awesome. 240? Oh, you're gonna hit 300 soon, man. You gotta do some ETS streams, JB. ETS and VR is money. Trading Pilot, what do you think? You just got it. What do you think? How come? What are you doing here? Why aren't you in VR right now, man? I mean, not to discourage people from watching this, but you just downloaded it. Disconnect, man. Go play. I'm just kidding. Oh, you don't have ETS? Oh, you have ATS. That's right. ATS is probably more epic. But you don't get to drive on the left side of the road. Come on, man. So yeah, I don't know. I figured we just do a low and slow one. See, right here, this looks pretty good. I mean, the fields, I mean, I don't know, like all farms kind of look the same to me from the air anyway, and it doesn't look too repetitive, so this isn't bad. One thing that is irritating, I don't know, is it Sean? Maybe you might have said, somebody said before that other stream died, that the little lakes, like every lake has like the same shoreline around it. I mean, that's just not, that's not right. I mean, to be nitpicky, I guess, but then they could apply some kind of mask that's a little more random, I guess. See, that kind of looks like ortho, though. If you look at the fields, I mean, that looks like ortho. Like they took some ortho textures, and I mean, obviously it's all replicated over and over and over again, but that's not bad. Training pilot. Oh, triple monitors. Yeah, man. I was doing that before, a long time ago, before I got VR. I had 3 monitors and track IR. Got you on my side monitor. Oh, cool. Nice, man. JB Gaming. He might play ETS. I mean, it's just the same as ATS, just in Europe. I mean, different places to go, I guess, but. Yeah, trading pilot. I think with ortho it will be doable. I'm gonna hook up ortho after I get my settings a little more dialed in. I mean, ortho is kind of a RAM killer, and I want to make sure it's running pretty smooth. I mean, like right now, 34 FPS ain't terrible, but I'm still using reprojection, which I don't like. There, you got the demo of ETS. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Clouds look okay. I cranked the clouds back up to maximum. Textures, honestly, I couldn't tell much of a difference. Yeah, not bad. And like I was saying before, this airplane was straight out of X-Plane 11. I copied and pasted it into the X-Plane 12 aircrafts folder, so I mean, it's not officially an X-Plane 12 airplane, so I don't know, that may be causing some of the performance issues. Because we were getting about the same in the Zibo last night, which is a much more frame rate heavy airplane. You can record an ETS video with the demo. Yeah, you can. Do whatever you want with that thing. It's just cool because ETS is different. I mean, it's a little more fun because it's, I mean, I'm in the States, so it's kind of fun to drive over there. It's real fun to drive over there in real life. Oof. That's me. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, like that river. I'm not sure the coastline looks exactly like that on a real river. In fact, it definitely doesn't. It's just not as uniform. But again, man, first cut of a public beta. A lot of room for improvement, and I'm sure they'll make some changes. I gotta tell you though, I think I might pop back into Microsoft Flight Simulator for the next one. Just because it's so much smoother in VR, the way I've got my setup tuned. Alright, what are we doing here? We still got 90 miles to go. Start our descent about 30 miles out. Clouds look pretty good when you get closer. Still kind of like marshmallowy though. Almost like enhanced, I always want to say enhanced cityscapes, enhanced skyscapes. Looked in 2D on some of the streams I saw. You can't get that, it doesn't work in VR or X-Plane 11, so I mean, nobody knows what it would really look like, but that's not bad. It's not incredibly realistic though right there, to be honest. It was better last night with the Zibo flying through IMC. I don't know why, it's weird. Like the sim changed or something overnight. I didn't really do anything. There's an airport down there. Who's that? Foxtrot Bravo Golf. I have no idea what that is. You already miss FSFS. Yeah. Oh, cool. The aircraft that your flying club had, the Aspen. Yeah, me too, man. I've got the EFD, what is it? EFD 1000 Pro Max. Got that. I mean, it looks pretty, it's pretty accurate. Like the VFlyteAir guys did a really good job replicating it in terms of its functionality. You know, cycling through, that all works just like that. I don't think there are as many options in the menu on the VFlyteAir one, but you know, you got all the things you need. Set the baro. It's syncs with the manual altimeter, but that's all right. Yeah, and then in my Arrow, I've got my autopilot's stuck right here. I don't have the Garmin 275 instrument, not yet. We're gonna get that when we eventually need a new engine or a major overhaul. One of the things we're gonna do is get an engine monitor put in like that. But right now we're at TBO, so just kind of waiting for that day to come when the A&P at annual or whenever says, yeah guys, it's time. We'll get a new engine and an engine monitor, and I'll sell one of my kidneys. But yeah, this is a nice autopilot. I think they modeled the GFC 500 in the other version of the VFlyteAir Arrow. I think you get them both when you buy it. But the other one's got, I think it's a GFC 500 that syncs up with the twin G5s. But I always fly this one because it's got an Aspen just like I got. So. JB Gaming, no, I have not. Sorry, man. I haven't had time to do anything except work and try to tweak my settings in this. So sorry, man. No, I haven't watched any of your stuff since I caught up with you in GTA 5. So, Trading Pilot, what do you guys have in your club? What aircraft do you guys have? We near here. Oh, Fayetteville. Okay. Fort Bragg and Fayetteville off to the west. Yeah, we didn't bust any restricted. It's alright, we're on an IFR flight plan. ATC cleared us all the way through. Yeah, look at the frames now. 24. Why? Alright, so somebody last night was asking, are we going to get any turbulence as we get closer to the clouds? Honestly, look at the VSI. I think the answer might be yes. So right now we would be getting a little bit of just up and down drafts flying through this, and I think we saw that just a minute ago there. That's pretty cool. Fox Flying Club out of Delta Papa Alpha 172 Archer 3 Piper Arrow and SR20. Nice. They're selling the Cirrus. Yeah, they'll get good money for it. Yeah, see right there. Yeah, look. I think that may have been modeled. I think a little bit of turbulence is, you know, passing through a buildup is modeled, because we definitely lost. I mean, we went down about 500 feet per minute there. That's pretty good, I think. Let's see what happens. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's disengage the autopilot. And try to fly through one of these buildups. Let's see what happens. That'd be weird calling ATC like, yeah, Arrow 1202 Romeo request deviation into weather. Instead of around weather. What do you usually fly, Trading Pilot? Which one? I know which one I would fly. It's got the wings on the correct location. Just gonna try to get through this build up here. I mean, this Arrow climbs like a dog. Actually, it climbs like this in real life too. The Arrow 3. It's not. VFlyteAir actually has this thing modeled really nicely. The Arrow in real life is not a climbing machine. Just want to see what happens when we I'm trying to get the straight and level flight as we go through this and see if we get any if we get kicked around a little bit. I'm gonna fly the SR-20, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Archer 3, there you go, man. 172s are good for training. That's what I've sort of always thought. Like, but then would you want to? It's like if you're gonna buy a bike as an adult, you're gonna buy a bike with training wheels? No. All right, let's put on altitude hold and oops, autopilot out hold. Sync to heading bug. Go ahead and select. Let's see what happens. Straight and level flight. Alright, so we're straight and level right now, just kind of holding a heading as we pass into this buildup. Let's see. Yeah, flew at 172 for private. Alright, so right now, yeah, look. Alright, look at the VSI, look at the altimeter as we go through this. I mean, a little bit, I guess. Maybe the autopilot's just doing a really good job. Guys, I think that's modeled. Let's see if we can fly through another one. Oops. I don't think we're going to get it. Let's see. All right, right here. So this little guy right here would give us a little bit of... Yeah, look. At first blush, it looks like turbulence as you pass through these clouds. It looks like it might be modeled, guys. If it is, that is pretty darn good. Let's go back to nav mode. Sorry, my phone just buzzed. What are we looking here? 68 miles. Yeah, so far, not bad. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. But I think the kind of word on the street, yeah, look at that. Look, as we're getting close to these clouds, we're definitely getting some convective, like mechanical turbulence. That's pretty good. Okay. I'm impressed. So look, I mean, we're in out hold mode and we're getting bounced around a little bit. I mean, that's pretty realistic. I mean, autopilot can, you know, it does a pretty good job, at least in mine, and this is probably modeled the same, you know, of holding altitude, but there are going to be some deviations as you fly through buildups with the autopilot on of 100 feet or so if it's kind of mild, sometimes more. Look at that. Huh. And now we're back in clear VMC. It should just kind of stabilize at 0 feet per minute. That's darn good. Huh. All right, I'm impressed. Let's get back down to 5,000 feet. Pull power out here a little bit to help it. 21 inches. Let's go with that. And we never switched tanks. We should probably Let's see. I think I have a binding for that. I can't remember. I do. Well, all right. Let's make it realistic. Fuel pump on. Monitor fuel flow. Switch tanks. Now we're on the left tank. Sorry, now we're on the right tank. Fuel flow still good. Fuel pump off. Cool. I'm getting back down to 5,000 feet. Oh, you flew the Archer 3 in college. Got you. I pretty much went from a 172 to an Arrow. I got my private in the 172 and then instrument in the Arrow, and it's what if I ever do decide to finish my comm, that's what I would do, the comm in my Arrow. It's a pretty common airplane to do your commercial in. Although you can do your commercial in any, like a Cessna with a couple of G5s. I think it has to have an autopilot. It's got to be a TAA, technologically advanced aircraft. But it doesn't have to even have, retractable gear anymore. Aviator Tyler, hey man. Hey, thanks. Thanks for subbing, dude. I'm glad you joined this stream instead of the failed stream that was before this one. But yeah, man, welcome aboard. Thanks. The rules did change for TAA. I forget exactly what they are, but it doesn't have to be a retract anymore. You can do it in a, heck, you could do it in a 150 as long as it's got, I think it has to have, I think it has to have like a glass panel or maybe even just an HSI. No, I think it's got to have GPS and autopilot and I don't know. I should know. I don't know. It used to be complex. Yeah. No, not anymore. You can get your commercial in a 150, but there are certain things that the airplane has to have, but it doesn't have to be complex anymore. Autopilot, I want to say glass, like a G5, but it could be just an HSI and a GPS, I believe. I don't know because I never went past the written. I aced the written and then just sort of stopped because I knew I wasn't going to do anything with it. Aviator Tyler, no issues, man. How was my day? It was good. Working and then trying to tweak settings in xplane 12, which didn't work out so good. Actually, right now, all right, so what the heck? Now we're getting 38 FPS. Why? Why are we getting 38 FPS now, and by Raleigh we were getting like 30? What the heck is the difference? That's weird. I mean, because right now it's fine. 36 is what I want. That's half my refresh rate. That's weird. $55 miles to run. Like I said, we'll just start our descent at 3. And let me check the weather one more time. What did I say we had at Myrtle? 2995, 230 at 6. Let me look at my phone real quick. Yeah, sorry, 230 at 5. Sky clear, 29 degrees. 2995. Cool. Just chilling, still using xplane 12. Yeah. Oh, your PC can't handle 12? I'm sorry, you're using xplane 11. PC can't handle it, and I haven't gotten a VR set as yet. Yeah. Tyler, I don't know. If your rig can handle 11, 12, I don't know. I think with the right settings, you could probably do it. I don't know if it's worth spending the money for 12 yet, unless you want to do like I'm doing and just experiment and try to get it tuned. Because as you can see, I mean, I don't know, you tell me, for VFR, kind of GA flying, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look as good as orthos. It looks better than 11. But there are certain things that I think are a little wonky, like those lakes. I mean, they just look like they were kind of plopped there. With those shorelines, just so uniform. I mean, the weather obviously is much better. The cloud, like the weather depiction. But is it worth buying? I don't know. How do I do the flight plan in the nav? I mean, this is just a Garmin 430 WAS representation. So flight plan, you know, cursor, and then you know, just enter in your waypoints this way. You can do it in SimBrief and then import, but it's the exact same as xplane 11. I mean, for the flight plan I did for this flight, I mean, I took a quick look at VFlyte and realized that a lot of people get direct from Raleigh to Myrtle Beach, and I didn't even file. I mean, there's no VATSIM yet. There's no XPilot compatibility yet. They're working on it. So we're not on the network. So I filed myself direct, and off we go. What's our ground speed? Seems like we're going 132 knots. Come on. Because I had the manifold pressure pulled out still from the descent. Too busy chatting with you guys. Real pilot. They added more, Tyler, yeah, they added more 3D buildings instead of making it a ground texture. Yeah, I think that's right. I think the airports look better, but the ground textures still look, yeah. I think they look better. I don't think they look exponentially better. I don't know. Yeah, I saw pictures of the 330. I even popped in it in the sim yet, but it looks like it's got that default stock FMS. I'll tell you, once you fly either the Tolus in X-Plane or the Phoenix and then Flight Sim, yeah, there's no chance you can go back to flying Laminer's default FMS. There's just no way. $46 miles to run here. Amzer, what's up? Think you're gonna swap to X-Plane when more add-on planes come out and better tools? Yeah, I mean, right now there's nothing for X-Plane 12 except the Zibo mod has an X-Plane 12 package you can get. But if you're like me, I mean, and fly on VATSIM, you can't do it because XPilot just doesn't work. The plugin's not compatible. You get an error in the log. I know, you know, I'm part of their Discord, and I know Justin said they're working on one for X-Plane 12. So I'm pretty sure that'll, I mean, I'm speculating, but I can't imagine it would take too long for them to pump one out for X-Plane 12. If it's like just a new DLL or, you know, some new library that they need to call in X-Plane. Tyler, you're gonna be watching from the TV and not type since you're gonna check out X-Plane 11 real quick. Yeah, man. I'd be popping in the sim tonight too. Yeah, I miss flying on VATSIM. This is probably the most flights I've done in years off the network. These last two in X-Plane 12. So I'm kind of jonesing for ATC. It's very, I mean, thank God I've got, you know, at least y'all are taking time out of your nights to watch this and chat. So thank you for that, by the way. I appreciate it. Because it gives me something to do instead of just boring holes in the sky. So I'm glad y'all are along and checking this out. Oops, sorry. Every time I move my head too far to the left, it actually punches through the window. That's not good. It's going to leave a mark. Yeah, okay, all right, so watch as we fly over this, is that a lake or a forest? I guess that's a forest, because it doesn't have a coastline, although I don't know, it might be a lake. So what do you guys think of the roads in X-Plane 12? I think they might need a little work if Laminar wants to make them a little more realistic. I mean, they just completely stand out from the scenery. Like, I guess that's supposed to be a highway down there. I mean, it looks, I mean, really, it just stands out. But it's not a scenery simulator, as some people say. I argue that and say scenery and weather depiction are part of the immersive nature of flying, especially small GA aircraft, which is why this is a lot better than 11. I'm a big X-Plane fan, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's why I'm in here. I mean, that's why I got X-Plane 12. But I've come to really appreciate the visuals that that Microsoft brings to just give you an overall immersive experience to make you feel like you're really flying, especially in VR. I mean, that's what it's all about. Yeah, Tyler, they should have had a more realistic 737 FMC. Totally agree. I mean, I'm glad we've got, you know, Zibo, who came along and just completely changed that whole thing. And I mean, it's a different airplane. I've honestly never used the default 737. I think the only default aircraft I've ever used in X-Plane is the 172 when I first got X-Plane. And actually the default 172 is actually really good. But anything, you know, above that, and it's just... Yeah, cool, man. Trading Pilot X-Plane 11 got me back into flight sim back in 2020. Thankful for that. Yep. I got into it. It wasn't that much earlier than that. I think it was like 2017. It was right when X-Plane 11 came out. It was actually when I got into flight simming. I just, honestly, it just wasn't. I never used like Flight Sim 2000 or P3D or anything. And then some buddies at work were like, "Hey man, you fly. Why don't you check out X-Plane? You might like it." I don't know, whatever. And I did. I'm like, "Oh man, where's this been all my life?" And then I got VR. I got the Oculus Rift CV1. I think it was a Christmas present. And I plugged that in. And I sat in the 172, and I'm like, whoa. It's mind-blowing. About another 4 miles, and we'll start our descent into Myrtle Beach. Again, we're just going to pretend like ATC is going to give us vectors to a right base runway 18. And the FBO is right here. It's a really good, what is it? Atlantic? I think it is Atlantic Aviation. What's the FBO at Myrtle Beach? Anyway, really GA friendly, small GA aircraft friendly. Myrtle Beach is an incredibly GA friendly airport. But over here you've got like Southwest and Spirit. Last time I was at Myrtle Beach, we were leaving, I taxied out and I saw a Spirit A320 taxiing down. I guess this is Alpha. And I'm like, oh man, I said to my buddy, I'm like, hey, we got to get in front of him. We got to get out before him. And we both kind of lined up on opposite ends of 3.6. And I called first. I'm like, I can use my real call sign. It was like November 1202 Romeo, holding short 3.6 number 1. And the controller just got on and laughed like, yeah, you're number 2 behind the departing Airbus, caution wake turbulence. Anyway, trying to get the Quest 2. Yeah, that's what I got. My Rift died about a year ago, and actually, my son got me the Quest 2 for, I think it was my birthday. And I was like, man, I mean, it's way too generous. But he got me a Quest 2 after my Rift died. So yeah, that's how I ended up with this one. And I mean, I wanted it anyway. You must have heard me talking about it or something. But yeah, I love the Quest. Let's just go ahead and spin this down. Let's start our descent. We'll give ourselves 500 feet per minute. Yeah, I would be hand flying this in real life, but it's easier to talk and do this with the automation than. All right, what's our altimeter setting? Sorry, guys, real quick. 9 or 5. That's set, and we would manually set it here, but we'll pretend. Sync the heading bug. We're not going to fly an approach. We're just gonna vector ourselves. I'm going to pull this back to about 21, which is what I like to give myself in a descent. Once I'm in a hurry, and then I just let it go right up into the yellow arc if it's nice and smooth. Let's enriching the mixture here. I'm gonna. Oh, Tyler, yeah, this is the VFlyteAir Arrow 3 or X-plane 11. I should make that pretty clear. This is not, as far as I know. Go on the X-plane org forums and go to their section in the commercial designers section to check, but I'm pretty sure this isn't officially ready for 12, although I'm loving it. You should get it. If you got X-plane 11, 1000%, go get it. It's the most accurate representation of an arrow in any sim I've flown. I've got the Just Flight Arrow for X-plane 11, and I like it. And we've got the Just Flight Arrow for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I also, I love flying that in Flight Simulator just because of the immersive experience. But this one, in terms of the systems that they've got modeled, I mean, this Aspen, I forget which auto. I think it's an S-Tech. What is it? It says V King, so some kind of Bendix, and the 430 they've got modeled in this thing, plus the flight model, just epic, man. It's an awesome arrow. The guys that built this thing know what they're doing. I'd like to say I may have provided a little bit of feedback. I don't know, but what do I know? Sorry, guys, I gotta open this. My voice is getting, throat's getting hoarse. I think the haze looks pretty good too. That's pretty realistic. That's kind of what it looks like in real life. A little bit of haze. I mean, that's the coast over there. Out there to the east, that's the Atlantic that we're basically flying to the south, I guess, but that's the Atlantic Ocean. Myrtle Beach is dead off the nose. Chrome, sir, what's up, man? Came back. Thanks for joining. Hey, thanks for all those references yesterday. That was pretty epic, man. Appreciate that. I hope everybody else enjoyed that stream with the Zibo. So maybe what we'll do now that FPS, man, look at that 40. What the hell? What the hell? I'm sorry, I'll say it. Now we're getting 37 FPS. Now back at RDU, we were getting like 30, and it was choppy AF. And now 40, smooth. I mean, smooth like butter. Tyler, man, I kind of do too. I mean, I'm not paying that close of enough attention to see which ones are repeated. I'm sure they are, but my eye can't tell in VR. I mean, I don't know all of the fields outside of Myrtle Beach to tell you if this is accurate or not. I guess if you lived here, you might say, well, that's not Farmer Bob's silo down there. That's not accurate. I don't know. I can't tell. This looks pretty darn good. Man, the FPS, man, 36. That's half my refresh rate. That's what I want. I mean, you guys watched the stream back at RDU. It was choppy as heck, and now it's pretty good. So I wonder how they're gonna represent all the golf courses around Myrtle Beach. So I don't know if you guys know, but Myrtle Beach has like more golf courses per square mile than anywhere else. So let's see how they represent that. Hey, you just woke up now, Chrome? Oh, you're in India, right? What's the time difference? It's crazy. Oh yeah, I guess it's gonna be morning time over there, right? Let's see. 15 miles. Now there's some weird textures off the nose. I don't know what that is. Huh. I guess we'll find out. Sorry guys, give me 1 second here. If you guys want, maybe we'll, I mean, I don't know, I got nothing but time. Maybe when we end up at Myrtle Beach, take a look at the map and we'll see if we can pick another airport to go to VFR, and maybe we'll fly along the coast. Oh, okay. Yeah. Me too. Yeah, Tyler, it's the same here. I'm over on basically Washington, D.C. area. So I fly out of an airport under the special flight rules area, the CIFRA. I don't want to get too low. You know what? Let's actually outhold this. So we're outhold mode, roughly 2,000 feet. 720. Oh, you're in the Bahamas. Oh, nice, man. Good for you. I love the Bahamas. We're at like Freeport, Nassau. Yeah, that's a place, kind of a bucket list place for me to fly. So what I think we're gonna do, let's make a turn. Let's go heading mode, and kind of start a gentle turn off to the northeast. Because we're going to come in 1.8, so we want to be kind of on a right base. Now, right now, we would probably be getting vectored. Let's see if I can see the airport. This should be fun. So I don't have any approaches loaded. I'm just doing this like VFR. Now what the heck is that over there? I'm not sure what that texturing is over there. But that's not, I think that's supposed to be a golf course. Yeah, as you get lower, I think the texturing is a little more interesting. Oh, Nassau, sweet. Paradise Island. Alright, we got 9 miles, so let's actually drop back that. You know what? Let's go
Autopilot disconnect.
Autopilot off. Landing light on for situational awareness. Alright, it's going to get a little busy, especially since I haven't flown the VFlyteAir Arrow in a while, and I don't know where the airport actually is. So, bear with me here. Now, in real life, I would have loaded up an approach just to back up the visual. It's very fun here. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is. I've been to Nassau before. It's a blast. That area right by the port, though, I don't know. But yeah, Paradise Island, man. Atlantis. Home of the $10 hot dog. We're getting like a wicked crosswind. Getting blown off to the right. That's actually pretty accurate. I'm kind of getting blown off to the right here. Alright, I see the airport. I don't see the runway. Five miles to go. I'm going to go ahead and go gear down early. Get ourselves configured. This is not what Myrtle Beach looks like from the air, I can tell you that. This is where orthos would really help. It's 1500, it's 100 knots. I already got mixture full rich. It's always crowded by the port. Yeah, tourists and ships, exactly. The town's got some nice, I don't know, shops and stuff, I guess. And I just remember it started pouring. We were walking around, and my wife and daughter and I found a cool little ice cream place, like up on a balcony overlooking that main street. Anyway, all right, I gotta pay attention here, guys. That's the airport over there. Now I just have to find the runway. It looks like there's only 2 hotels left at Myrtle Beach. That's bizarre. With the yoke, iPad. Does it automatically make the iPad? It's Avitab. It's Avitab is sort of integrated with the VFlyteAir Arrow. So yeah, it automatically shows up there. It's part of it. You have to have a Navigraph subscription to get the charts, though. Kind of guessing at where the runway is at this point, guys. Or where the runway is, anyway. I don't have any other... I may have to go around. I can't see the runway. It's a little tough in VR. Again, I should have backed all this up with an approach. I think I see the threshold. All right. Yeah, I'm going to assume 180. This isn't exactly what this looks like in real life. $800 feet. Anybody see a runway around here? Fun, right? I mean, we'd be getting vectors like crazy at this point. Did I completely fork this? I did. Alright, we're gonna just do a left base. I see it, we missed it. Yeah, me too. Alright, we're on a left base for 18. Myrtle traffic, Arrow Tilts 02 Romeo is left downwind 18. It's right there. Whoops. Yeah, it's hard to see Papula. It's hard to see anything. It's alright. Alright, let's go flap one. Whoa. That's a little overdone. It's over there. Real pilot. Xplane 11 download. Yeah, Xplane 11 definitely costs money. Sorry, I can't look at chat real quick here, guys. Arrow 1203 Romeo is left base 18 at Myrtle. Go flap 2. Looks like we're high. That's all right. There it is. All right, gear down. Prop forward, fuel pump on. Red, blue, green. Gas, fine. Undercarriage down. Mixture, full rich. Props. Pull forward. Switches on seatbelts. Everybody got the seatbelt on? Yep. All right. There it is. Go last flaps. Full power. Myrtle traffic. Arrow 1202. Romeo turning final. 18 Myrtle. There's 80. We want to be a little slower. It's all right. Trade some airspeed for altitude. There's 2 reds, 2 whites. That was hard to see in the distance. A little fast. 2 reds, 2 whites. A little bit of a right crosswind, not much. There's 3 reds, but we're visual, we're fine. I'm gonna put it right down on the marker. We'll just go ahead and do a little bit of a slip. Sorry, passengers in the back seat. Pulling out more power. More power coming out. Oops, trying to maintain center line. We don't want to stall it in. Looking at the end of the runway. Whoa, floating. Whoa, what the heck? Right. Hold the nose off. Hold the nose off. Hold the nose off. Hold the nose off. Oof. Sorry about the nose gear. Phew. Eh. Good enough. Dump the flaps. Aero braking. 10 p.m. You know what? Let's do a touch and go. Arrow 85 Romeo, 95 Romeo. Arrow 1202 Romeo, touch and go Myrtle. Oh, let's go. You're up. So there's the FBO over there. Let's do a flight along. Let's go ahead and fly along the coast, and then we'll come back in and land. Yeah, sorry. It's tough in VR. We'll do better next time. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I land better in real life, I promise. All right, let's take a look at the Myrtle Beach coastline here. Oh, banking. I love the trees on the beaches. Looks like that problem didn't get solved. Huh. Alright, well now we know where the airport is at least. We'll do better on the next one. Let's just go ahead and hold. So I don't know. There's the reflections off the water aren't bad, I guess. Should probably switch tanks, right? No, we're still good. Yeah, I don't know.
Autopilot disconnect.
What do you guys think? Yeah, believe it or not, I fly this. Well, actually, I fly an older version of this airplane in real life, with pretty much the same avionics. Crops are ouch. I'm not so sure about the autogen at Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is much more densely populated along the coast here. I mean, it's just hotel after hotel after hotel. And I mean, this just isn't really, I mean, I guess the autogen isn't completely done yet. Oops, sorry. Here, we'll do a little bit of a slip. You can see the pine trees along the beaches there. Huh. Yeah, I'm not in love with that. Yeah, oh, here's a golf course. Let's see. All right. So that's kind of accurate. There are a ton of golf courses at Myrtle Beach. It looks like it's in good condition. Fairways look pretty good. Greens look, oh man, super fast, huh? That's not bad. I mean, I think we're at 900 feet above the ground, so, because we're at sea level. You know, that's not the worst. I think, I don't know, I think orthos, it's not going to beat orthos. But, you know, I guess then you got to download orthos. It's hard to spin the heading bug with VR now. Now we're in out mode. Commercial flying? Yeah, man. I forget, you said you have your private? Oh, we still got our landing light on, or... That's alright. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, gear down, speed checks. If I can actually see the runway this time. The canal looks pretty good. I think it would have more boats on it. Heck yeah, hard work, that's it. Hard work and some cash. That's all it takes. There's another golf course. It looks pretty good. It's hard to trim this plane for some reason. It's not like this in 11. Again, I don't think it's tuned for 12. I'm going to blame that landing on the fact that it's rather hard to control near the ground. All right, let's go. Oops. Let's go flaps 1. See if we can manage our airspeed a little bit better this time. That's awesome. Yeah, it took me a while to get my private. I did it nights and weekends. And same with IR. Alright, Myrtle traffic. Arrow 1202 Romeo is left base 18 Myrtle. Flaps 2. I keep trying to key the mic like I'm on VATSIM or in the real plane. Myrtle traffic, Arrow 1202 Romeo is turning final 18. It's going to be a full stop at Myrtle. And also my Arrow has the, oh, actually I can change that. Miles an hour. Oh, now I can fly. See, this would be pretty fast. My Arrow's got, it's old, it's got the airspeed indicator in miles an hour. So I like to be about 80 on final, slowing it way down over the threshold. But I don't pull the power out. I fly a 69 Arrow with a different wing. If you pull the power out, it drops like a stone. Alright. You're down. 3 green. Yours down, right? Yeah. It's hard to see those. It's like at night. Hard to see the gear indicator lights. That's 4 reds, but we're visual and a Piper Arrow, so we're not going to worry too much about that. We're slowing it down. Alright, this is going to be better. Nope. Nope.
Stop.
Ah. That's better. I know it looks rough, but that's actually not terrible on this sim. At least we got it on center line. Dump the flaps. Lean the mixture. Aerotol 02 Romeo. Myrtle Tower. Exit right 1 able contact ground point 9er. Safe parking. And we're going to, I think it's Atlantic Aviation. Aerotol 02 Romeo, then, yeah, right 1 able ground point 9er. Have a good time at Myrtle. Sweet. It wasn't a butter, but it was better than the... Oh, our braking action's weird. Alright, let's go ahead and take this one. The airports, I think, are modeled pretty good. For default, I mean, that's accurate. The FBO is kind of that middle building there on the left. Thousand RPM, leaning for ground operations because we don't want to foul the plugs. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, that's why I did the touch and go. We'll make a left here. We're going a little fast, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and side load the rake gear. No problem. Nice. Yeah, look at the frame rate here. 40. Why in Raleigh were we at like 20 and choppy? I think that's kind of weird, man. But yeah, this looks pretty good. Not bad at all. Yeah, this is pretty accurate. There's like a massive ramp over here, and then you sort of are like, first time you come here, you're like, where am I supposed to go? And there's a guy kind of marshalling you in. I think for now, let's leave it. I don't know. One of these tie downs over here. There's one. Yeah. That's probably Streamlabs. It delays with the chat because you guys can see the chat. If you couldn't see the chat, you might not notice it. Cool. Well, welcome to Myrtle Beach. Get your golf clubs out. Avionics off. Mixture auto cut off. Master off. Mags off. Keys on the dash. Get some air in here because it's hot. Actually, we should probably go this thing open too. Whew, there we go. Cool. Well, I think that's it. I'm kind of tired from attempting that first stream and then doing this one, but I don't know. I hope you guys got a sense for maybe what, you know, some low-level flying in xplane 12 looks like. Some just low-level, slow GA flying. I'm going to keep tweaking the settings and, you know, hopefully come back with a smoother, smoother experience. And, you know, the goal is to be able to share, you know, the settings that I've got with everybody doing VR to kind of help you guys out too, because we're all sort of learning together in this thing. So anyway, yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'll try to schedule these, you know, if you guys want to see them, I'll try to schedule them a little bit. You know, if you want to hop on and check out VR and xplane 12, I'm probably going to do a MSFS stream on VATSIM next, just because those are I just like that sim. but if I can figure some settings out, then I'll I'll pop back into 12 and do some more VR flying around. Hopefully XPilot will get upgraded for 12, and maybe we'll get some VATSIM with XPlane 12 and VR too, which would be money. Cool. All right, y'all. Well, have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever it is where you are, and I'll talk to you guys later. See you on the next one. Bye.